Hey y'all, this is Christina, founder, president of Moss Financials, aka the Pitbull of Accounting, where we make business profitable one balance sheet at a time. And today I wanted to discuss a little bit about the need for having an accountant on your team. It's very important. This is going to be actually a case study. And so I want to uh, explain and talk to you a little bit about a client of mine. I picked this client up back in October of 2019, and he had already been in business for approximately a year. And so when I met with him, he had been running a profitable business. However, he did not have any of his financial records together. He's actually working out of QuickBooks Desktop. And so, of course, QuickBooks Desktop is a little bit more robust than QuickBooks Online. And he's not very computer literate as he would tell himself. So, when I first met with him, he didn't have any financials. He wasn't looking at any profit and loss statements. He knew that he was making money or generating sales because he was accepting credit cards, he was accepting payments, cash, check. He was sending out invoices. So he knew that he was had been recording or receiving income. However, or receiving sales. However, he did not know what his net income was. And so I know a lot of times when you think of hiring an accountant, you always think, well, what is the right now benefit? And to be quite honest with you, sometimes it's not, oftentimes it's not. If you think that the benefit would be that you know where you are every month in your business when you're running your financials and when you're talking with your accountant advisor, then definitely that is a right now benefit. Unfortunately, some businesses, some owners always put that to the side and say, well, I know that I have sales coming in, I have money coming in, and I've been kind of watching my bank statements and I kind of know what's going out. And so they're not really confident or sure about things. However, they have not taken the extra step of actually speaking with an accountant and saying, hey, I really want to know what's going on. And so us as accountants, we're all about big data. We love lots of data because with data, we can make decisions. And so having those financials every month and looking at those gives you the data that we need to move forward. So when I started working with him again, he had not been recording any of his expenses, any of his sales in the proper form. And so therefore he did not have, financials at all at month end. He also did not have his payroll taxes in place. So although he did have employees on payroll, because he did not have the extra hands and because he was doing his payroll in-house, he was not generating his federal 941 quarterly payments, quarterly returns. He did not do his city or his state payroll returns. And so we didn't have any of that data. And so for the last couple of months since October, I've been working with him, explaining to him, what's good, what's bad, what's ugly, the things that we need to correct. But even more than that, he was getting financial statements at month end. Not only was he getting financial statements at month end, we make sure that all of his back taxes and back payroll returns were submitted. So fast forward till this week. As you know, we are in the midst of dealing with COVID-19 and all of the repercussions and effects of that. And so now the SBA has put and created several programs for small businesses so that they could get some support. And so you have two types of loans, the PPP loan, Paycheck Protection Loan, which you actually go through your bank. And then they have the SBA loan, the EIDL loan, which you submit that directly to the SBA. And so these two types of loans, help small businesses make sure that they cover payroll, that they can keep employees on their payroll, and that they can take care of their operating expenses. And so in order to really get into these programs, guess what you will need? You'll need, they're asking for financials for a year. They're asking for payroll reports. And so, we're thinking back, I'm talking to the client and he's thinking to himself, my goodness, had this had happened, less than a year ago, he would not have been able to apply for any of these loans. And we found out today that he did get approved for the PPP loan through his bank so that he can pay his employees. But it's only because we have worked so diligently to make sure that he had proper financials at month end and at year end, and that we had all of his payroll reports and things prepared and filed. And those are exactly what the banks are asking for. And so I want to make sure that you understand that, although accounting services may not be a right now benefit, when you come to situations like this where you need to get a loan because the economy's bad or something's happened in the economy, or if you want to, grow your operations, the first thing they're going to ask is, where are your financials? Give me some documentation. And if he had not done so, if we had not worked diligently together to get those financials, it would have taken, a month or so, if not more, and lots of man hours, lots of billable time that he probably don't have right now to pay in order to get those financials together so that he can submit those to the bank. So he saved time, he saved money, and he was able to get the support that he needs right now for his business. And so I just want to really make sure that you understand, that everyone here that's listening to this understands that although accounting services may not be a right now benefit, it will be a benefit in the future. And it's one of those benefits where you're going to need it. You're really going to need it then. And I hope to God that when you realize that you won't go back and say, oh, I coulda, shoulda, woulda. I don't want you to have any regrets when that accounting service benefit becomes a priority in your business. So again, that is a case study. That is a true case study. If you would like more information about our services, please do not hesitate to visit www.mossfinancials.com. Has all the information in there if you want to schedule a consult. Right now, I am scheduling free consults. I am also helping small businesses with cleaning up their financials so they can get in on some of these small business SBA support loans. That's all for now. Have a great one.